everyone. Welcome to the channel. So, we are live and we will be reviewing today's match that was played between South Africa and Afghanistan. I will just check whether my mic is working or not. So, uh, I am live now and we will be reviewing and analyzing today's match that was played between South Africa and Afghanistan. South Africa, after winning the toss, had elected to bat first, and they had posted 315 on board, and uh, in reply, Afghanistan have been bundled out for just 208, and South Africa have won the game by 107 runs. This is a massive margin for a victory, and Afghanistan has lost the match by a massive margin of 107 runs. So this is the news. Afghanistan, though there was many promises that the side is emerging and will be doing well in this tournament, but they have lost the first match itself, and that too by a very big margin. South Africa was exceptional with both bat and ball in hand. South Africa, after winning the toss, Temba Bavuma, the captain of South Africa, had elected to bat first, and they posted a total of 315 on board. And in reply, uh, Afghanistan, as I said, have been wrapped up for 208, and it just took 43.3 overs for the South Africans to wrap them. So, yeah, this was a completely dominant performance from South African, the Proteas, and they have announced their arrival in this tournament in some fashion. Very Many experts are saying that South Africa will be the team to beat in this tournament, and they have proven why they are the one of the top sides going into the latter stages of the tournament. South Africa, we will review it from the very beginning. South Africa had posted a total of 315 on board against Afghanistan, and in reply, Afghanistan have been bundled out. For South Africa, it was Ryan Rickelton. Initially, he wasn't supposed to play the game. It was an injury to Henrik Klaassen that allowed South Africa to play Ryan Rickelton, and Ryan Rickelton has hit 100, and he has grabbed his opportunity with both hands. Although it was Babuma as well who supported him in the middle overs after the early wicket of Tony De Zorzi. Babuma and Rickelton stitched a very good partnership. Rickelton hit a brilliant 100, whereas Babuma played a brilliant knock of 58. So, yeah. Ryan Rickelton was the star of the show with a bat for South Africa, and other players as well, Babuma, Van der Dussen, and Markram, as I had said, that they have a very good middle order, and every single one of them chipped in with a 50. So, Babuma, although pretty slow, but a very important 50 in the middle overs with Ryan Rickelton. 58 of 76 deliveries, Van der Dussen 52 of 46 deliveries, and Aiden Markram an unbeaten 52 of 36 deliveries at a pretty good strike rate of 144. So, very good performance from the middle order of South Africa, and it was Rian Mulder in the end who finished things off in style. So South Africa have won the game by a massive run margin of 107 runs. When we come to Afghanistan's bowling, their मेन फोटे इज their spin department, लेकिन अफगानिस्तान का एक भी गेंदबाज ज़्यादा अच्छा करता हुआ नहीं दिखा हमें. मोहम्मद नबी, although he scalped a couple of wickets, राशिद खान जिनसे विकेट की हमेशा उम्मीद रहती है, उनके नाम एक भी सफलता नहीं लगी है, और नूर अहमद भी महंगे साबित हुए. तो नूर अहमद went for 65 runs in the 9 overs he bowled, and he scalped a wicket. Mohammad Nabi scalped a couple of wickets too. Umar Zaid, one wicket, but he was expensive. Fazal Faruqi, another left-handed bowler in the Afghanistan lineup, was expensive too. So none of the bowlers could do well. Mohammad Nabi, although was the pick of the bowlers for Afghanistan, he scalped an early wicket of Tony De Zorzi as well. And in the end, he bowled 10 overs for 51 runs and grabbed a couple of wickets. So, yeah, Mohammad Nabi was the star of the show with the ball in hand for Afghanistan. And when we come to Afghanistan's batting, they are pretty reliant on Rahmanullah Gurbaz as far as the batting department is concerned. Rahmanullah Gurbaz is their go-to man whenever they are chasing a bigger total or they want to post a big total on board. But Rahmanullah Gurbaz was uh, Ramanullah Gurbaz got out pretty early on 10 or 14 deliveries. Ibrahim Zadran, his opening partner, got out on 17. Rabada, he was struggling on the crease. Rabada, in the end, cleaned him up by an absolute jaffa of a delivery. Until the number 3 battle for Afghanistan, he scored 16 of 32 deliveries, pretty slow in the middle overs. Although other batters couldn't chip in with many runs, Rashid Khan showed promise with the bat. He scored 18 of 13 deliveries and was the main player alongside Rahmat Shah, who played a very good knock of 90, although he got out in the end. But Rahmat Shah was the star of the show with the bat for Afghanistan. He scored 90 of 92 deliveries, which included 9 boundaries and a 6 to his name. So Rahmat Shah was the star of the show with the bat in hand. Rahmat Shah and Rashid Khan were responsible for delaying the inevitable. They had lost the match pretty early, but they were trying to get close to that target. And yeah, Rahmat Shah and Rashid Khan will only be the only positives with the bat in hand. Although Rahmat Shah stood tall with a 90 of 92 deliveries, which included 9 boundaries and a 6. So yeah, this is the news. Afghanistan have been bundled out for 208, and this is not a very good start for the Asian country in the subcontinent conditions. They have not just lost the match, they have lost it by a pretty big margin. So, a margin of 107 runs is a lot, and it will eventually haunt them going into the latter stages of the tournament when the net run rate will come into play if they manage to do well in the upcoming matches. So, by any means, it was not a good day in the office for Afghanistan. They struggled with the ball in hand, they struggled while fielding, and in the end, it was just Rahmat Shah who showed some promise with the bat in hand. So, this is the news. Afghanistan have been bundled out for 208, and it's South Africa who has started off pretty well. And I think that we already have got 3 semi-finalists that we will see in the knockout stage of the Champions Trophy. New Zealand, India, and South Africa. All the 3 teams that have won the 3 matches that have been played in the Champions Trophy so far will eventually enter the knockout stage as well. And we might get the fourth team in the next match that is tomorrow. That will be played between Australia and England. Another exciting rivalry which is brewing in Lahore. It will be played in Lahore, and we will have a first glimpse of Lahore going into that game tomorrow. We will talk about that game tomorrow. Uh, but right now, the news is that on the back of Ryan Rickleton, who has also been adjudged the player of the match, on the back of his brilliant 100, South Africa posted a total of 315 for the loss of 6 wickets. And when it came to bowling, it was uh, a complete teamwork as far as the bowling department is concerned. It was a complete team effort. Kagiso Rabada once again was the star of the show 8.3 overs, 36 runs, and he scalped 3 wickets. Lungi and Gidi and Vian Mulder too scalped a couple of wickets each, and Marco Janssen and Keshav Maharaj played their role with 1 wicket each, and they were pretty economical too. So everyone played their role. But Ryan Rickleton, as he has been adjudged the player of the match as well, he was initially not supposed to play the match because Henrik Klassen got injured. He got an injury, and due to a precautionary measure going into the more important games coming up, they decided to rest him, to not risk him in today's match, first match against Afghanistan. And Ryan Rickleton played really well. He grabbed his opportunities with both hands, and now it will be interesting to see in the next match. If Henrik Klassen is available, then I think Tony De Zorzi, the another opener of South Africa, who had accompanied Rickleton in the opening department today going against Afghanistan, will make way for Henrik Klassen going into the next game. As far as the middle order of South Africa is concerned, Bavuma, Van der Dussen, and Markram, they were phenomenal as they have been in ODI cricket in the recent past. Bavuma did the consolidation work, whereas Van der Dussen and Markram chipped in with quick fire 50s in order to help South Africa post a total beyond 300. And once again, we have seen that the team batting first is in a good position when it comes to the matches being held in Pakistan. So, 2 matches at Karachi, both have been won by the team batting first. So, yeah, it was a good decision from Temba Bavuma in the end, and his battle justified that. his batters justified that, and what it meant was that South Africa has opened their account in the first game itself. They are now up and running, and it will be interesting to see who will join them in the semi-finals. Although they have a couple of big games coming up against Australia and England, it was a comparatively easier game for them according to their standards. But yeah, Afghanistan would be upset. Were not up to the mark. Their body language was not up to the mark. We always associate the word fight with Afghanistan because they have been giant killers. They have beaten the top teams of the world. But today, the energy in the field, the body language, everything, the intent, they were lacking everything today. And what it proved to what it eventually led to is that they have lost the match in a pretty dominant fashion. So it is a demoralizing loss for Afghanistan going into the latter stages of the tournament because they too have two big games coming up against Australia and England. Against Australia, they had almost won that game in the 2023 ODI World Cup, wherein Glenn Maxwell played really well. Whereas the other team, England, they had beaten England in the at Delhi, if you remember, in the 2023 ODI World Cup. So two big games coming up for them as well. And yeah, it was a clinical performance from the South African team, as said by their skipper Temba Bavuma. Although Afghanistan will be upset, and I will tell you some stats related to this game. Afghanistan batters dismissed in 90s in ODIs. This is the sixth instance and second time for Rahmat Shah that he has been dismissed in the 90s. He scored a well compiled 90 today. And as South African quicks were exceptional with the ball in hand, and Afghanistan in ODI run chases since 2022 and 250 below 250 target, as I had said in the first video itself of the day, that they had won 9 out of the 10 the matches that they were chasing when they were chasing below 250. But once the team got 250 plus, they have won just 2 out of 12. So yeah, it would have been a historic chase if they could have managed it, but they were pretty uh, outclassed today. They were outclassed in all the departments. And yeah, defeats by 100 plus runs for Afghanistan. When we talk about in ODI tournaments, this is the fourth largest win margin for any team against Afghanistan. So yeah, after Australia, England, and New Zealand, now South Africa stands in fourth position for the most number of run margin, 100 plus run margins. This was by 107 runs. So another stat which has been attained by South Africa today. South Africa were pretty dominant. They have started off in a brilliant fashion, and I think they will be even more dangerous going into the latter stages of the tournament. And if Henrik Klassen is fit, then definitely it will be the side to beat as well. Against Australia and England, they will be tested more. It is known fact, but I think South Africa in these conditions, having played the Tri Series in the first week of February and the second week of February, although they couldn't make it to the finals, are well accustomed to these conditions, and they will be planning to bowl well and bat well in the upcoming games as well. So South Africa, I feel that they have one feet in the knockout stage because Afghanistan, although they still have a chance, but I think win margin will eventually come into play in this group of death. And Afghanistan have lost the match by a very big margin, that is 107 runs. So when it comes to net run rate, they are left pretty far behind. They will lag in the end. So this is the news. South Africa posted a total of 315 on board, and Afghanistan could manage just 208. And what this means is that South Africa has started the campaign on a winning note. After New Zealand and India managed to win their games in the previous two matches of in the Group B, this was the first game of Group B, and South Africa has started off on a winning note, and this was a pretty clinical performance. The match was just one-sided, although Rahmat Shah and Rashid Khan were delaying the inevitable in the end, but it was a brilliant performance from South Africa, and they have outclassed Afghanistan in all the three departments. So, brilliant performance. They deserve all the praise. And going into the big games against Australia and England, uh, I think South Africa will have an upper hand now because of the confidence gained and the familiarity with the conditions, having played the Tri Series in the similar sort of in the similar countries. So it will be interesting to see that. South Africa has won the game by 107 runs. The WPL game between the two big sides, Mumbai Indians and RCB, is still going on. We will talk about it in the next video that I will be coming up with my correspondent. Uh, and we will talk about it in that video. We will talk about the live updates from Dubai as well. What is the team doing? What is the Pakistan team doing after arriving in Dubai today? We will bring you all the updates in the next video. So we will be joining you after a while in next 20-30 minutes, and we will be telling you all the updates, and we will be discussing the changes that India can make going into the game against Pakistan, and what changes can Pakistan make going into the big game against our rival Pakistan. So stay tuned to our channel, and do follow us on other social media platforms as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. We'll join you in the next 20 minutes with my correspondent. Thank you for watching. This is Abhilash signing off for Statify. Do like the video and share if you like the analysis, detailed analysis with the stats. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is Abhilash signing off. We will see you in the next 20 minutes. Thank you for watching.